Okay, so I spent my terribly awful 6-hour flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to Los Angeles yesterday, going over my 500 pages of notes that I took from Summit and breaking it down into a few pages of really important stuff to share with you guys. And since Cam was there, if she has anything to add, she can do it. First of all, it was epic, you guys. I think, yes, everybody that's on the call is coming next year. Yay! So that's exciting. It was so much fun. It was so hot and sweaty, but it was so much fun. So I'm super excited to have a bunch of us there next year. But let's see here. I'm going to post a bunch of slides and stuff that they put up at Summit. I know I started to while we were there, but I got tired of doing it every day. So I'll post some more later. I have a bunch, and I think Stephanie is going to post some recordings of actual speakers too. I think she's posted some, but not all of them are getting shared. I think it was just the people at the main general sessions, which is actually none of the stuff that I'm going to talk to you about, so it kind of works out perfectly. So first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was they talked to us about Shakeology. Obviously we drink it every day. We know what it is. That's the main thing we sell. But they brought up some really interesting things that even after a year and a half of selling it and drinking it, I didn't know this stuff. So I wanted to share. One thing they said is that we should treat Shakeology like we do personal development, which I thought was genius. If we spent 15 minutes a day educating ourselves about things that are in Shakeology, imagine how much easier it would be to sell it. So one of the suggestions was they said that on the Shakeology Facebook page, they do a spotlight of ingredients each day. And they said to, go there, check out whatever the spotlight ingredient is, learn about it, and then, if we want to, we can even copy and paste that and share it on our social media and things like that, which I thought was a really great idea. So I'm going to try to do Shakeology spotlights on ingredients at least once a week now, just because, why not? There's some crazy cool stuff in it. They said that in order to sell it, you need to be able to list at least 5 benefits of it, which I completely agree with. It can be your own benefits. It can be things that you've heard from other people, but you should, off the top of your head, be able to say 5 things that are great about it. And they told us the 5 major components of Shakeology, not maca maca and whatever, but just the main components. And I thought this was really interesting because I'm not much of a nutrition genius or anything like this. So if you want to write them down, actually it's 4. I lied, 4 major ingredients. One is, this is really 2 ingredients, but they put it together, protein/fiber. And those are the things that keep you from getting hungry in Shakeology. And then the next one is antioxidants, phytonutrients, probiotics, and minerals. I'll say it again if you're writing it down. Antioxidants, phytonutrients, probiotics, and minerals. That's grouped together as one because that's the stuff that helps you with your immune system. So that's why people that drink Shakeology don't get sick. I haven't drank in 3 weeks, and I am definitely thinking I'm getting sick. And then adaptogen herbs. You should have heard Cam trying to tell the cab driver about the adaptogen herbs in Shakeology. But those are, they help you with stress. So definitely a really good one to share with people. And then the other one is pre and probiotics. And that helps with digestion and why we all poop so much when we drink Shakeology. So I liked being able to write those down and have those, because I always have people like, hey, is there something that's going to help me with anxiety, or is there something that's going to help me with stress? And now I can say, like, yeah, the adaptogen herbs are going to help you with stress, even though I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to learn in my 15 minutes. And I love analogies. I'm like the queen of analogies. So they gave a really good analogy that we are the plug between the outlet and the blender. So like the outlet is Shakeology and the blender is the customer. And without the plug, the blender's not going to work. So we have to share with everybody the awesomeness of Shakeology. So that's Shakeology in a nutshell. Questions about any of that stuff? Okay. The next major thing that they talked about was turning your business from a hobby to a career. So definitely an important one. One of the main things that they talked about was prioritizing your time. And like the person that talked about it said, like, they stopped watching TV and started replacing that time with like national wake-up calls and podcasts and, you know, their power hours and things like that. I'm not going to lie. There's no way that I'm replacing my TV, but you definitely have to prioritize it. A lot of people have talked about using the time that they are in their car to catch up on national wake-up calls, podcasts, things like that. And they said to have a list of no matter what to do every day. It kind of goes beyond like a power hour. Obviously, a power hour you want to do every day, but sometimes it's just not going to work. So you have to figure out what your non-negotiables are going to be every day. So like posting on social media definitely should be a non-negotiable. Checking in on your challenge groups, that should be a non-negotiable. You know, working on hitting Success Club, things like that. So you need to figure out what your non-negotiables are for your business and make sure that you're doing them every day. And then share what works for you. Like, we all do things differently. Like, I thrive in chaos, and I don't like to work all at once. So I'll like work for like 20 minutes and then I'll go watch TV, and then I'll work for 20 minutes and then I'll go work out, and then I'll work for 20 minutes. But some people want to sit down and do it all. So like, don't be afraid to like post on the team pages or share like systems or things that you have been able to put in place for yourself, because you could have the same kind of mindset that somebody else does on how to do things and be able to help them. And when you post on the team pages about things that you've learned or that work for you, it helps, you know, put you out there as a leader, and is also going to help your business as well, because people are going to, you know, see you as such, and you're going to learn to be such and whatnot. So don't be afraid to share with the other coaches. And the other thing I love they said was to make Beachbody a part of your daily routine just as much as drinking coffee or taking a shower or brushing your teeth is. Like, for me, I know it's gotten to a point that it's just such habit that when I wake up, my day is I roll over, I look at my phone, I check in my groups, I like everything, I comment, I post my morning post before I even get up to pee in the morning. So you just have to figure out how to build those little particular things into your daily routine so it doesn't feel overwhelming. It just feels like part of your day. Like, I always take a picture of my dinner. Even if it's ugly, I always do, just so I have a picture. It's just part of my routine. My husband's like, is your picture of your food done yet? Can we eat? Like, it just should be part of the routine.
Hey, Becca, I have a question about your posting. And a couple weeks ago, you shared, and now I can't remember the name of it, but an app or something that you use to time your posts. And it was something that I think Nikki Whiting shared on one of the calls, or who was it? That
Buffer?
Yeah.
Yes. Buffer is like mind-blowing. Like, I think my biggest regret in my business ever is not knowing what Buffer was until now. You can completely pre-post everything from what you're going to post on your personal page, what you're going to post on your business page, what you're going to post in your challenge groups, what time, when, what pictures, content, everything. Like I had, what group did I have going on? Oh, the sugar group. We did the sugar detox group, and I never made a post in that group to the group. I did it all in like an hour on Buffer, and it just self-posted itself every single day. And so that was like, it was so worth just taking that time, like an hour, and your whole challenge group is done. Like I did the summer slim down group, and that's what, it was 21 days, and it took me like 30 minutes just to post everything. And like, yeah, if something comes up, you can still like go into the group and post on your own if you want to. But it's nice just to know, no matter what, especially like if you're going camping or you're going to be out of town, or, you know, something crazy is coming up, that you can count on those posts to be there. And you can also schedule your posts on your like page just by doing it through your like page. But I thought it was really cool to be able to do it on the groups. You do have to pay $10 a month if you want to be able to post on the groups. Otherwise, you can do the free one, and that just lets you post on your personal and your business page. Sorry.
Is that just Facebook?
What?
Yeah. Is it just Facebook?
I think it's like, hold on, let me pull it up.
I didn't hear what Cam said. What did she say?
She said, is it just on Facebook?
Oh, okay.
You can do Twitter, Google Plus, and LinkedIn. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Let me screen share. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. So this is Buffer. And so like, here's my the free 7-day ab group that we have going on right now. And so like, I could just post whatever I want to post. I can add a picture if I want to. And then I can either put it in the queue to share next. I can share it right this very second, or I can schedule it to wherever I want to post it. And if it's like something like a recipe or something, and I want to share it in all the groups, then I can say post it to Summer Slim Down, post it to this group, post it, you know, to wherever. And that post will post at whatever time to every single group that I have. So that's kind of cool too. And then it's super easy. So you can go, oh, I guess you can do Pinterest too. So if you want to do it Facebook, you just do connect to a group, and it'll pull up all the groups that you're an admin in. And then you can just, you know, click it and it'll become one. So pretty cool stuff. Questions about that?
No, thank you for talking about it. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Absolutely. Write it down. There's also Hootsuite, which I tried to get Hootsuite first because I thought the name was cuter. But I couldn't figure out how to use it. I spent like a half hour, and then I almost threw my computer out the window. So I went with the other one. Cam, anything you want to add since you were there?
Can you hear my air conditioner? Like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Brennan's over here copying everything you say, so sorry. I just wanted to say that before I went, I was in kind of a funk about Beachbody, and it not only changed that, but when everybody said, like, oh, so many people have their aha moments there, or like they really work their business afterwards and they get like everything they need. It was all that and like 20 times more. So I just wanted to let you all know that, to be like excited about next year. And I know they're like sold out, but if you're talking to anybody else about going or getting on the wait list, then it's like a pretty big deal. And I just wanted to say that. And Stephen and I listened to Chalene Johnson's presentation from the general session, which was amazing, and it's on YouTube, and I haven't found any of the other ones, but I just suggest watching that if you have, a partner who either is 100% on board with your business or who isn't. I think that's a really good thing to watch. So, just so you know. It's the one where she talks about having more sex. I'm talking to lots of people.
Yeah, Shaloon's session was awesome. You guys should definitely check it out. It's pretty funny, especially when she makes all the guys in the room stand up, because there's like 9 out of like 10,000 people. There's like 9 guys, and they're like, yeah, have more sex. They're so excited. Okay, so let's see. I've got one other topic I think I wanted to go over. I know I've talked about it in training, but like the whole your mess is your message thing. When somebody talked about leveraging your story, and one of the things that I found most interesting, which nobody ever told me, was not to tell your story all at once, which I've always thought like I need to be like, like I have different legs and I have extra bones in my feet and I ate too much and I was anorexic once and like all this stuff, like, by the way, I'm relatable, but they call it breadcrumbing. So basically leave little tiny hints about your story throughout your posts, and then every once in a while share your whole story. But like there was a girl that stayed at my house in Nashville the last night, and she was trying to figure out a way to share why she thought this coach she took a picture with was, worth sharing on her social media. So we were talking about it, and she's like, well, I really feel like she's relatable to me because, she suffered from an eating disorder. I suffered from an eating disorder. And she's like, I guess I should share my eating disorder story. And we were like, no, you should breadcrumb it. So she was going to post, like, I got to take a picture of this person who, is really relatable to me because we both had eating disorders at one point in time, blah, blah, blah. But not like I had an eating disorder, it started in whatever date, and I had to get through it. And like, it wasn't her whole story. It was just one little snippet that people are like, oh, she had that? I have that. And so, like, then it, like, builds interest. So I thought that was a really, really cool way to just share bits and pieces of things. So that was one really cool thing. They said to find 3 different types of stories to share / breadcrumb about: something financial, something physical, something emotional. And that's, I think most people just figure like the physical one is the obvious one, but when you're trying to build a team, the financial one is definitely huge. Even if, like, I didn't do this because, I was going bankrupt or I couldn't feed my kids or my fur kids, or, anything like that. But financially, I did this because I wanted freedom. Like, I wanted to be free from having a boss. That's its own financial story. So it doesn't have to be that you were, eating dog food for breakfast and now all of a sudden you're eating caviar for dinner every night. But figure out a way to share the different kinds of stories, because they're all going to relate to somebody differently. And then another thing they said that I loved was, before you post anything, you should ask yourself 3 questions. And it's, can this inspire someone? Will this make a difference to someone? And am I being real? And I love those. I'll read them again. Can this inspire someone? Will this make a difference? And am I being real? I thought that was really cool, because a lot of times, still post like fun, like nonsense stuff every once in a while, but like when it comes to like, especially like about workouts or things like that, that's why it's like you don't post a picture of the box, because no, that's not going to inspire someone. That's not making a difference. All you're doing is saying that you're selling something. So it helps you figure out how to turn it into a story. Oh, my cat just stepped on me. Sorry, that scared me. Let's see here. Oh, Okay, the last couple of things I have are not like one topic. It was just little bits that I thought were really awesome. One was when people say that they can't afford something, because we hear that all the time, like, well, I can't afford it right now. They said that the best thing to ask is, would you be able to save up between now and my next group, which starts on blah, blah, blah date? Which I don't know why I never thought about asking that question, but like, who can't save $140 in a month or 2 months or 3 months? Like, are they gonna be like, no, I can't? Like, yeah, anybody can. Like, that's totally possible. So I thought that was awesome. Another thing that I thought was really interesting to learn, especially for you, Lori, coaches who hit success starters make 106% more than people that don't. So even if you didn't hit success starters, this is something great to know, because this is going to leverage for your coaches and the importance of helping them hit success starters. Because that's big. That just shows, if you kick it off right, like, you're going to gain that momentum and, get going. So I thought that was a really interesting statistic. Let's see here. Oh, another really cool idea is, I love this. This is like one of my favorite takeaways, and it's so dumb. I don't know. But it's one of my favorite things, is if you have a like page, to post a picture of your food on your personal page with a link to your like page and say, hop over to my like page if you want the recipe, because then people will actually go to your like page. I loved that idea. But you could really do that with anything, like a workout, like do a workout video and be like, you like this? See what it's all about on my like page. So I thought that was cool. And it is so hot in this room. This is the only room that I don't have air conditioning. I don't know why my office is in here. Oh, and then this quote I really like too. To get what you want, you must help a lot of people get what they want. Yeah. To get what you want, you must help a lot of people get what they want. So it just reinforces what we do and why we do what we do. So those are my biggest, actual takeaways from the classes. I wish you guys could have been at the general session with the National Geographic photographer, and Cam slept through it. That's why she's making that face. It was so cool. He had these pictures with everything he said, and they popped up. But these are all things that you get to experience when you guys are there next year, and I'm so excited. Oh, and look, this, if you haven't gotten it, order it, because you know what? The only thing I care about, right, is there's an entire cocktail section. Yes, there is. So yeah, that's really my biggest takeaways. Do you guys have questions? Yes, Cam.
Okay, so I just looked through my notes, and I don't have a lot of information on this, but I know it's something that I want to learn more about. I'd heard about the leadership ladder, and just kind of sort of put it out of my head, don't really know what that is. But oh my God, look into it, because if you want to grow your business, it's like the magic thing. It tells you at each stage what your goal should be to move on to the next rank and all that. So they told us more about it. I'm sure I took notes, and I did not sleep through it in the chair in the room. I just hadn't slept, and I was about to pass out, so I checked out and I went back and took a nap. So I'll listen to it later, but I hear it was amazing. Of course it was, because I missed it. So, and everything was amazing, but that's my thing.
Yes, leadership ladder. I didn't take any notes on it because the chick that was talking about it just annoyed the shit out of me, and I just totally checked out and like didn't even listen to anything. I just checked my Facebook the whole time.
That was Melanie Mitro. It was one of the recordings I listened to part of this morning.
Oh.
So I just followed her recently on Facebook, and she's just very succinct when she talks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like she's not talking down to you, but just very much like, well, why don't you know this? So I'm going to tell you this is how I took it. And I also listened to Lindsay Matway this morning and part of Brittany Legette's recording. And they all three present very differently. So one thing that, you were talking about, asking someone if they'll be able to afford it by your next group. What Brittany Legette said, and she's presenting with someone else, Allie, I think was her name. But she mentioned to say, I understand you can't afford it right now. Would you mind if I follow up with you in a month when I start my next group? Because usually you have a group starting, but just let that person know that, oh, wow, I could do it next month. Like, just I'm not doing it right now doesn't mean I can't do it 3 weeks from now or a month from now. So that was, I thought, a good idea. And how do you, maybe a dumb question, I should know this, but how do you post the link to your like page in your personal page?
So when you're like on a post in your like page, you can like pull it up and hold on, let me make sure it works before I tell you how to do that. Yeah, okay, so here I'll screen share. Okay, so like here's my like page.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to like if this was the one that has the recipe, then you can click on the picture to make it big, and then that's up there is the link to that particular post.
Gotcha. Okay. Good.
Yeah. Leadership ladder though, for real, like definitely listen to that one and check it out. It's super cool. Like every single month I'm like, it's close to being the next thing. And so it's like this thing that I'm like constantly like, I need to do it. So it's kind of definitely a cool way to not compare yourself to other people just based on where you see them and where you think that people are at. Because I can tell you, most of the people that you think are somewhere in their business probably aren't where you think they are. Like there's some 2-star, 3-star diamonds that I talked to at Summit, and I was like, wow, you must be making, blah, blah, blah amount of money. And they're like, no, I make this much. I was like, really? That's how much I make. That's pretty cool. So it's just a really nice way to give yourself some goals without being like, I want to be like them, when you don't really know what them is. So definitely. Lori, were the calls that you listened to, were they the ones that Steph posted, or did you find them elsewhere?
Yeah, they're from the list that she posted. I just didn't get through all of them, but I listened to the first 2 and then part of the leadership ladder one. And she kept referring to on like I think it was in your coach office that you can see the benchmarks that you should be hitting for leadership ladder. And I think I need to spend more time in the office, like, and really look around, because I feel like there's stuff on there that I don't even know about.
Yeah, it's right here. I'll pull mine up and show you exactly where it is. Yeah, 1 second. If it'll let me. Hello. Okay, so here in your main doohickey, your leadership ladder is right here. And so it'll tell you what you are, what you want to be, where you were with things last month, where you are this month, and where you need to be the next thing. So like right now I'm a team builder. In order to be a team leader, I have to hit these ones. And then you can click on this thing and it'll pull up like the benchmarks for every different level. And then, so like to be each thing, what you have to have. And then also, this is, sometime down the road, but eventually if you get to a point where you want to recognize people on your team for being at a certain rung, there's lists of everybody that's each type of thing back here in recognition, which like there's so many. I don't know if you're supposed to go through and like search for your people or if you get like an email. I don't know. I haven't gotten any emails or anything, so I'm not sure how that works, but it exists. So yeah, that's where that is. And then did everybody see my video about Team Cup? If you didn't, get on Team Cup. Figure it out. Find a group. It'll be good. Yeah? Annie, are you coming to Super Sunday? Okay. Post on the page because I asked for RSVPs because we're going to do lunch. Okay. Yes.
I'm going to the Phoenix one.
Yay!
And Chico is the one sponsoring that one. And so I also just got added today to the Arizona coaches group. So I'm hoping to find some local people that I can kind of get in touch with here because I don't have a success partner. And I feel like someone local so you can meet up and talk. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be. You could do everything online like this. But yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think like having a success partner who's close that you can like literally sit and brainstorm with matters, or just anyone? Like,
I think anyone. I mean, I have like 3, and one is in Wyoming, one's in San Diego, and one's in Portland. So I don't think it really matters. I mean, it just depends if you're like somebody that likes to be in person. There's nobody here that I would really be success partners with, I guess. But yeah, let us know how it goes at that one. That's exciting.
I will. I'm taking my boyfriend because he's like this close to deciding that he wants to coach. So I'm hoping that this will be like his chance to kind of see what it's all about because I tell him everything and I kind of share the videos and stuff, and he's super close. So I think that this will be kind of his launching pad to see what it's all about.
That's awesome. My husband's coming to his very first Beachbody event in 1.5 years. So
wow.
Just because he loves Tony Horton a lot.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I think that's all. I just wanted to go over those major takeaways. And then I think I'm going to try to start doing Zooms if it works for everybody, like every other Tuesday at 6:30. And we'll just like put that on the calendar and plan it that's when they're going to be. So if you guys want to mark your calendars, we'll plan on that. And we can talk about whatever. You guys can like bring up questions and whatnot. So, yeah. Okay. Wait. Ooh. Does anybody have I don't know how to screenshot on my Mac. Does anybody know how to screenshot? Will you screenshot and post it so we can post how amazing we are? Because I look so good right now. Yay. Okay, well, I will talk to you guys later. If you need anything, let me know. And everybody except Lori, I'll see you guys on Sunday.
I know. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.